أصدرت المحكمة الجزائية بالرياض.
And the criminal court in Riyadh has issued a preliminary sentence against 11 of the accused individuals, and it is as follows. A. The death penalty for 5, and they are those who directly participated in his killing.
Tracking this story is Zainab Fattah with me here on set. Zainab, run me through just the size and the scale of this investigation, first of all.
So the Deputy Attorney General in Saudi Arabia yesterday in his press conference told reporters that 31 people were investigated, 11 were put on trial, and of those, two top aides for Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman were found innocent on lack of evidence. And so far, 3 will face a death penalty, but this is preliminary results. They presumably can appeal those verdicts.
Part of the lashback on this is about credibility of the investigation. Just to quote one of the lines from our story that we wrote, the sentencing probably won't turn off the fires that started after the Khashoggi issue in the US Congress. And this goes to the heart of the credibility, doesn't it?
100%. You're looking at a situation where the Saudis are trying to turn the page on this whole Khashoggi drama that's been taken for over a year, playing out between the investigation, the leaks from the Turkish side, the investigation by the UN Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial executions, which basically said an investigation of the Crown Prince and the chain of command should actually happen to figure out who gave the order for it. At the same time, we're seeing a reaction from Congress, where Adam Schiff basically said that this verdict is just a way to distance the Saudi leadership from this gruesome murder. So the Saudis are trying to move away from this. It has been a very, very bad story for them for so long. It tainted the Crown Prince, who before that was seen as somebody who is moving Saudi Arabia out of into the future and changing it.
And many Saudis who you would speak to would refer to this as being a very traumatic event and something that, I mean, Khalid Al-Faleh, I can remember very clearly at the FII last year, where one of our competitor stations was interviewing Khalid Al-Faleh, and he used the words very, very clearly. He referred to it as a murder, as a tragic situation. Those people would be brought to justice. In many ways, that is what this is. But how is it being viewed inside Saudi Arabia?
Inside Saudi Arabia, we're seeing a lot of Jamal Khashoggi's son put out a tweet. He's definitely inside Saudi Arabia, and some would argue he could be coerced to say these things, but he put out a tweet basically affirming his faith in the Saudi judicial system. Many Saudis were basically celebrating on Twitter and on social media the acquittal of the 2 top aides.
So this is Saud Al-Qahtani.
Saud Al-Qahtani and Ahmed Asiri, who's the deputy head of intelligence in Saudi Arabia. And those 2 people were seen as very close to the Crown Prince, and in many ways they've been sidelined since that whole. So we will see if they will come back and what the future holds in terms of the process of the actual appeals going forward.
Now, it should be said that Prince Mohammed has repeatedly denied the sanctioning of the killing. However, on the other side, you have the US lawmakers and the CIA analysts concluding that it could not have taken place without his knowledge. But he has very firmly denied this on a number of occasions.
He has denied it, and in a way, in an interview recently, he said that he feels partially responsible as the leader of the country as this happened on his watch.